Hello there, friends. Matt here. So today I wanted to work on the Skelly farm. Since I had already set up the basics of the farm, I wanted to actually expand upon that and make it look better and have a path to it. Since right now you have to go through the spider spawner that we have right over here. Which my initial plan was to come down here, go over here, down here, and then basically just go in this direction over here. However, I realized when I started to mine that there's a second Skelly spawner right here that I completely forgot about. So now, I think the game plan is going to slightly switch. I want to still use the one that's over in this direction, over here, which I don't think I've actually shown. Maybe I have. But since it's over this direction, and you have to go through the spider spawner area to get to it, I don't want to keep this path, obviously. So what I want to do is either A, I want to make a special path over to here, and I already have it set up for down here, and you can just hit the skellies right here. But obviously I want to make the path easier to go through, and make the area around it look a bit better. More, well, safe, for starters. So what I want to do is essentially work on both skeleton farms. What I can probably do, since with the spider farm, I think for now what I would do is just make it essentially a string farm. Well, maybe. So I could either A, combine the two farms, because in theory they should be close enough. In theory they should be close enough to actually trigger. But let's figure that out and see if that's a thing, because if so, we could combine these into two farms. Which I have no idea how I would do that. But I think that would also just make it more fun for experimenting. So what we need to do is figure out where it is located. First, I need to make a new pickaxe. And also, 1.3 brings in buttons. I am so excited for that. I never thought I would be excited about buttons. But it is going to make this door and all future doors much nicer. Okay. So I want to craft another pickaxe real quick. And also, the big area that I dug out for the slimes worked out great. I was able to farm a bit of slimes down there and got just shy of a stack of slime balls, so that is going fabulously. Now over here, let's see real quick. Let's dig just this direction, because you have to be within 12 blocks? 12 or 14 or 15, something like that. Ooh, maybe not. If it is, it's going to be a very specific spot that you have to be in. But I have a strange feeling that it isn't going to work how I would like it to work. But there might be just a sweet overlap zone that I should be able to. So then we this way. It's going to involve a lot of digging, but I'm really hoping this could work out, because it'd be kind of a fun project. Or it'll be a complete failure. So, but that's why we experiment. Yeah, I think it'll be too far away. Oh, a new part of the cave. Which, like I said, it just keeps going. And I keep finding new branches and everything. But I will always take more iron. Now the only question is, how would I combine a skeleton and a spider farm? Since they're not the same size, and on top of that, they are, well, very different mobs in how they behave. I feel like you would have to separate them and then kill them in different areas, like just turning your back kind of thing. I feel like that would be the only way to really do it efficiently. So the further I get in this direction, the more I'm thinking it's probably not possible. Well, if I had free cam, it would definitely be easier to see, because... So the closest would be right here to activate the spawner, which is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 16 blocks away. And the furthest for right here. Okay, so right here. Okay, so right there. Now what if we go this way? Oh, this is the absolute peak right here. But if you go right here. Oh yeah, so right. Interesting. So yeah, just by looking at this, I don't see how I could be close enough to both to get what I want, sadly. Which does kind of suck, because that would be really cool to have both of them triggered. But I don't see it happening. If I had free cam, I'd be able to much more accurately figure out if it's possible without digging out everything. However, me being me, I might dig out everything just out of curiosity. Part of me still thinks there is a way. I'm very curious now, because it seems like it would be close enough. Or maybe I'm just high on life or something. Okay, so let's check this out. I don't really know a good way to do this without just digging out everything. I will take this cobble, though. Mossy cobble is not in the game at the moment, so I'm absolutely stealing this. What I could do is have a minecart run between them. That would be an option. I don't know exactly how efficient it would be, but it would be a decent way to get the materials from both. Maybe. This is a big ask. I don't think the circles are really going to intertwine just right, since you have to be right here at the very longest for this, but I'm still... yeah. So as far as spawning them both at the same time, I definitely don't see that happening. However, we could do some sort of minecart between them. Again, it certainly won't be efficient, but it could be interesting. Maybe find some interesting way to kill them and have something else happen. I don't know. My brain is going to be thinking about this for a while, but now that I know it's there, my curiosity is abound. But I did want to actually work on the other one that I actually have set up, and I and I actually know where it is. So I'm going to put a pin in this one, and we'll start finding a path towards the OG one. What we possibly could do... ooh, we could have a second door. So if we have a second door over here, we could have it drop down and then lead to the other skeleton farm, which would be kind of nifty. Yeah, since that one leads over there and around, the spider farm is... well, the future spider farm is around this area, roughly. Also, I did switch over the pattern on this wall leading to the enchanting area. I definitely think it works better. Thanks for the feedback. It is appreciated. I didn't really know what to put behind it, so for now I've put the birch behind most of them, and this one snuck on by because I kind of forgot about it. I do think this definitely looks better. The idea of switching is definitely... I think it works a lot better. And then this one is going to control the redstone door leading into here. And that is going to be phantasmic. However, we'll have to switch this around. So we'll probably put it against the wall. Yeah. And anvils are not in the game. They come in 1.3. So when 1.3 hits, I'll be able to put an anvil on one side. So I did some digging after figuring out my area and where the heck I was supposed to go. I ended up going down this way, over here, and around the corner. And straight ahead is the skeleton farm. However, this is the back side of it, so we need to go over this way and around here. Now this is what I want to try and work on. I want to try and make sure it's safe enough for me to, in the future, maybe go AFK if I want to try and get either levels or just bones and stuff like that, whatever I might need. But also I just want to be sure that this looks a bit better. Now, I think what I'll end up doing is... the only thing I can think of is trying to block off the sides from the extra bits of the cave. Now, but I want to do that in... So there's a couple ideas. One idea is to do like a makeshift wall, whether it's out of, say, roots or, you know, wood logs, or a variant of cobble and stone brick, or something to that effect. Or I could go a bit simpler and just turn all the dirt into stone, regular stone, and then put... essentially make everything too high. So, for example, for up here, you would put just something like that, and obviously where the torch is, and just make sure that nothing can kind of creep up on you. But I think it would be cooler to have essentially a makeshift wall, in like a way that this is a guarded post, I guess, which I think would be A, simple to do, but also kind of cool. And as time goes on, we can always update everything here and make it a bit nicer and more interesting. But I don't just want to make a big box, so I kind of want to keep this as it is. However, I want to be sure that I'm not worrying about creepers coming up behind me if I'm standing down there or whatever. So I've seen a handful of mobs spawn around, well, maybe like spawn over there and then they wander on this way. So I need to smelt up some cobble and do that, because I need to change all this dirt out for just regular stone. And then we'll get rid of the mushrooms. And we need to figure out a decent pattern for the path coming through here. Now, obviously, nothing super duper crazy or anything like that. What we might do is copy the enchanting setup down here. That's kind of what I'm leaning towards, since it's all in the same area, and I do like the idea of having more nature through here, and making sure that it's got a little bit more greenery. And also, I realized that there are buttons in the game. I don't know why I didn't realize this before, other than the fact that it's a weird way to make buttons. But if you take just 2 stone, put them vertically in the crafting table, you get a button, which I totally forgot about. So I was able to upgrade this to a button that makes it so much nicer. I'm sorry, I'm very excited about that. So, and then same thing with this. Perfect. I did have to add a little bit of delay on this one because it was a little bit cutting it close if you're just casually walking through. But now it's a lot nicer. So what I might do is just push this back maybe one more so it's flush with the wall. So it feels a little bit cramped when it's right there. So let's try that real quick, just my own curiosity. Where'd the button go? Where'd the button go? There you are. Oh, it needs to be up 1. Right there. We might put stairs. Or we can run this a little further down on the ground. That way when it comes up here, I'm not worrying about it being cut off. So if we do that and that... oh, perfect. Okay. That's a lot better. There we go. So we do have buttons. I don't know why I forgot about that, but that's fantastic. Now, I don't like this block being here, but I'm waiting until stairs can actually be put upside down. That's going to make it so much nicer to do various things, especially when it comes to the farming area over here, because what I want to do is have the stairs facing against the pistons and have it look more like an arch. So I would have stairs facing upside down against all the pistons, and then in between them, I plan to put either an arch of wood or something else, but I think in 1.3 we might be able to actually get the stairs upside down. I can't remember. But also, I do want some ideas for this area over here that was originally going to be the storage room, but I changed my mind. So I think this would be a cool area for either some sort of feature. The water is directly above us, so as you can see, it's trickling in right there. Now with that, I was kind of thinking of having sort of like a mini oasis, which in later versions it'll be a lot easier to get an oasis feel. And we could have, say, that be the big waterfall, maybe with the rocks behind it, or just falling in from the top, either way. We change out the dirt to stone, and then we'd have the water paths go down each of the caves that it's leading towards. And then in future times we can make each of the paths lead to somewhere, do a route around, so you can essentially take a base or take a boat around the base is what I was trying to say. So I think that would be kind of cool. Because some of this, so that's the back end of the wheat farm right now. And yeah, so that's kind of one of the ideas I'm thinking of at the moment. This was going to be where I put the enchanting table originally, but I changed my mind again. And so yeah, I definitely want to do something with this area. And I'm leaning towards kind of a lagoon oasis area that has different streams breaking off and stuff. I think that'd be kind of cool. But let's head down, let's head back to the room we were working on and see what sort of pattern we're gonna try and figure out. And also, new crops coming in the next update. I think. Okay, I was wrong. 1.4 has the new crops, so they're getting closer. We can have potatoes and carrots coming in. That'll be great. But let's grab a handful of things and just finagle around and see what we can come up with. So I do have one idea that I would like to try. We're going to start with this hallway down here rather than the stairs and such, because I want to test something real quick. We're going to need to increase the height of this. Okay. I don't hate this. However, ooh, okay, so we do have an actual middle to this. All right, so let's do this. If we have an actual middle, that would probably be a bit better. And then we can actually work out exactly where we would want all of this. So from here, this is where it can get a little interesting. I have an idea in mind. I want to try and add a bit more life to the area, I guess. So if we say add trees, or leaves, sorry. If we do that, and then what if we add, like, water? So we add leaves on this side as well. What if we did that? Would that look okay? First, let's make it an infinite water source, because we're gonna need it. Okay, I really do like that. Obviously need different blocks behind. However, I do like, I feel like it adds something. So, yeah. And what we could do, since it is going to the Skelly farm and you get bone meal from the bones, we could kind of theme it after what bone meal does for you, so we can make it more lush and vibrant, which I think would be kind of cool to add. Okay. Question is, what blocks would we put behind it? That doesn't help with light out here, does it, though? I don't think it does. Yeah, it would have to be, like, right there, but then that spills out, so... That's a big negatory. Really? Okay. So apparently for pumpkins, they need to have solid blocks underneath them. Which I did not know. Okay, actually I remember now that I know, but I forgot that I knew that. Okay, so for now what we would do is just have torches maybe on the corners? Something like that. Or we could do... I think that works. So let's copy it on this side and see how it looks for both. And I will say I'm really enjoying this a lot more than I honestly thought I would. I was a little worried when I started this that I would not enjoy the early updates as much, since I don't know any of the mechanics or anything of that sort, but I have really been just loving all of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it seems like others have too, and I'm really happy about that. Alright. So we get that up there. This up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Perfect. Oh, that works out beautifully. Jeez, yes, please. Okay, cool. So if we do... Oh, that's so cool. I don't know why that's so cool to me, but that's really neat. Alright, so... Yeah, I definitely like how that looks. We just need to think of something to put behind these. What if... Hang on. So if we get rid of that... That wasn't exactly what I was hoping for. I knew it would happen, but I just hoped it would last a little bit longer. What if we put one jack-o'-lantern behind these? Now, it is obviously visible. However, if you're just walking through, you really won't notice it, honestly. At least, I don't think so. Yeah, and you would need the leaf there, that way the light actually comes out. So if we do that on this side as well... That wasn't what I wanted to do. I don't want to break the leaf. So we do that. And that. Ooh, yes. And it keeps it just high enough, that way you don't have to have, Oh, that's awesome. Okay. So if we do it on this side as well... Get that right there. Oh, perfect. Okay, that'll work really great. Now, do we want... What would we want behind them? That is the question. So we'll put same thing down here. Ooh, that's nice. Okay. I mean, if you stand in the area and look, it's very evident. You know, they kind of stick out. But if you're just walking through, I don't really think it would take away from anything. And you notice that one a bit, but... I don't really have many other options as far as hidden lighting. So I do like this idea. I'm gonna let it sit here for a bit and I'll finagle a few things and figure out what I think is really gonna work. But obviously any ideas that you have, definitely let me know. And then I'm thinking we don't continue this all the way down. I think we change it up when we get down to this area. I don't know to what though. So the other thing we need to do, let's take some of this then let's start clearing out the dirt. Because we do not need the dirt in here. And I want to make it just about the stone. So I've gotten most of the dirt covered up, minus this part, but this part's going to be covered anyways due to, well, we're going to have the path going over here, so you shouldn't see anything out this way. What I think I might do is raise this up a couple blocks, and then I really shouldn't have to worry about mobs coming up it because they can't get up the height. So it should be okay. Honestly, it kind of looks weird, all stone, since I got so used to seeing dirt patches and stuff. So this leads to the spider farm, which I'm not going to be using anymore, so, well, I won't be using the path anymore. And then they shouldn't be able to come up here. This is closed. We can close this part off. Like I said, if we put one right there, they can't get up anyways. So this should be pretty well protected, honestly. Now I'm putting this here knowing full well I'll more than likely be breaking it, but I at least want to have some sort of path walking this way. Now everything should be blocked off, or to the extent that they can't get up here to attack me, even if they do track me. Anything up here? Okay, there is. Obviously, we need to get the iron. So I'm thinking, after seeing the stone brick actually up, we may just do 2 high stone walls, just so it kind of keeps the natural state of it, I guess. To where it's, you know, possible it could have generated like that. I think we'll try that. We'll try that on a few and see... We'll try that on a few and see if it's any major difference. And we could even just close it off. Okay. I'm leaning more towards that. So let me know what you think, if you like the stone brick idea and can obviously improve it over time with slabs or stairs or something, or just go simplicity's sake and make it all regular stone and just close off the entire area. Because that would definitely be much simpler. Well, I think that's going to do it for this one. But I'm actually quite happy with what we did get done. Oh, I really do like this. I'm still not sure what I want to put behind. Do I have another brick? I'm curious how that'll look behind the water. Will that look okay behind the water? I feel like it's almost too dark. What about... there? I'm torn. I don't mind it, honestly. Although I think it makes the pumpkin stick out a little more. However, at the same time, that could be because I'm staring directly at it and it's really meant as more just a passing by sort of thing. So let's try a few different ones. Let's try that. Maybe try some jungle behind. Now, spruce has always been my favorite wood type. I feel like that's a pretty common... agreement that it's a lot of people's favorite wood type. So if we grab... how does that look? Honestly, it almost looks like it's the same block. Interesting. I certainly don't mind that. Let's try just all spruce over here. First off, we need to put our pumpkin right there. Spruce and spruce. Spruce and spruce. I think we'll leave it at that. Let me know your suggestions or ideas. Oak would pretty much look the same as jungle or spruce, so I'm not too concerned about that. But I'll muck about with some different floor designs in between episodes, and I'll show you what I come up with next time. And then I think next time I may work on possibly a mini gold farm, or just figuring out what might work for that, or some more decorating around the area and kind of connecting things and getting things worked out like that. Oh, gotta go collect our pumpkins. Boop. I always love that. But that's gonna do it for this one. Hope you did enjoy. And yeah, let me know any ideas you might have, or whatever that you think might make the base look a bit cooler. So, with all that said and done, I'll see you in the next one. Do take care of yourself. Thanks for watching.